And we are back. War of the Crows, Season 2. We've just done a massive score, and it is payday. And downtime day, and all the good stuff. All the paperwork. It's the best bit of the game. That's the secret. It's the best bit.
You need to get a Twitch. What's that thing when things pop on Twitch when stuff happens? Twitch thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think people have to pay us money for that to happen. So.
No, but like, whereas Payday should do the clip from Community where Dean Pelton does a rap as the Payday peanut bar. If anyone, so I was watching the clip today, in fact.
You grab that clip for me, and I'll
embed it.
I'll embed it. Yeah, I need like a stream deck, and I can just have all the buttons and
Dean Pelton.
All the refs. I need like a millennial cringe button as well to stop us whenever we start talking about Harry Potter, referencing Harry Potter.
Blackadder.
No, Blackadder's okay. Gen Z don't know about Blackadder yet, so it's fine.
That's true.
They can't criticize us.
Well, except like Stephen Brymer and Atkins are all pretty problematic people now. Apart from that, it's fine.
Yeah. They don't even know Hugh Laurie's English. It's fine.
Yeah. Always hilarious.
Cool. Well, who wants to read the opening scroll?
Sure. Should be pretty speedy. So
pretty speedy. Yeah, I just wrote it myself.
Payday. The crew have carried out a successful score, lifting 2 crates of spirit bottles and an extra bottle, as Saffron called, from the soul trafficker Flint. Now it's time to pick a seller. Will the crew go back to the Dimmer Sisters as planned, or perhaps contact Madame Teslin? It's a good question mark. Who the fuck is Madame Teslin?
This is why we write the scroll.
That out as you read it.
So she's the one who was in Flint's.
Yes.
And classic case. Friedrich's not here, and he's semi-relevant to the plot. He knows her as someone who was part of the Seven from the Saturnalia Club, the Circle of Flame, the relic hunters, historian people.
I got that so wrong. I just put we let Lady of the Burnt Fire. I was so far off. Of the Sacred Flame.
The Unburnt.
Right, let me correct my notes. Madame Teslin. What are we saying here? The Unburnt Flame? What are we saying?
The Circle of... I don't know where we're getting Unburnt Flame from.
I put Burnt Fire. Circle of...
It's a Chardy throwback, isn't it?
Yes.
Madame Teslin and the Great Circle of...
Flame.
That was a Jones reference.
So I'm doubting myself now whether that's even true.
My notes are very rarely accurate. Cool. Yeah, I did make a note as a potential new buyer. I wrote that down last week.
Exactly. So this is my expert GMing here, pulling you in different directions, creating drama and intrigue, giving you choices of which there is no right solution.
Pays the most scratch in it.
Well, the Dimmer Sisters are expecting the spirit bottles.
Exactly. Well, Saffron has a preference, but got to explore opportunities, don't you?
Silas would be disinclined to go back on a deal unless the other was vastly advantageous. But generally speaking, would want to honour his agreement.
Did she leave? I mean, is that what you're saying? You're relying Friedrich would know where to find her? Did she leave us like a calling card? Did she leave us like a hotel room key as she left? Or
I think Friedrich would know where to find her. He would be able to find her at the Saturnalia Club. He would be able to give you the direction. I got distracted because chat was being very nice and saying I did a great job on my YouTube video. Thank you very much.
Plug. I watched it.
Expect part 2 probably over the weekend.
I always like it when I watch those intro to videos after you've been playing a game for about 4 months. And it's not all new information to me. There was one you did, I think, about Soulbound. I was like, oh, this is all quite new, and we'd be like 6 months into the campaign. This was like, I know all this. This is good.
I got that reference. Yeah, next time I think I'm maybe talking about progress clocks because people seem to go crazy for them, but they keep trying to put them into other games like D&D, and it's foolish. Just play Blades. It's way better.
Well, you always sneak them in. What if you're suddenly playing and suddenly you'll just like drop a clock and not even mention it, and we'll all be mid-act and there's a clock.
Yeah.
It's when we're mid heist and a clock appears
Yeah.
and we're like, oh shit.
It's never a good clock, is it?
No.
It's always a
Never really.
danger clock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Never carry down to like happy hour or something. It's just death possessions.
You
or,
get like
oh,
long-term project clocks and
Should
things.
we do a long-term project to throw a
But
party?
a good clock never appears out of the blue.
that's true actually. Yeah.
That's true. Well, I mean, we can go into all the payoff stuff for last time because we didn't do that. So let's see, Mikey, you piloting the sheets?
Yeah, I got our sheet. Do you want to do individuals, or should we go?
Let's do gang stuff. We'll do rep and things and coin.
Great.
Repping and coining.
Well, and I assume heat and.
No, wouldn't have thought so.
I think it's chill. Right, rep.
So it is 2 by default.
Yeah.
And then it's
Plus
plus or
one.
minus if the score is higher tier or lower tier. I don't think that really came into it. So it's just 2 rep plus your bonus for being clever smugglers.
Re-rep off a level up, so that should be our next. Hopefully, our next score will take us up again.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Better start saving that coin.
Oh god. Yeah.
Saving.
In terms of coin, 6 coin was the amount promised from the Dimmer Sisters. Maybe we can put a pin in that until you decide what you're actually going to do, or if you're going to go back to them.
I think we should at least have that conversation so we can hold off on the coin.
Yes, you will be giving. Subtract coin equal to your crew tier plus 1. So you're now giving 2 coin to the Lampblax.
Why has that gone up? Sorry.
Because it's based off of your tier.
So the better we get, the more protection we need. What?
I think it's because the amount of coin you earn is supposed to go up.
It's
just a
taxed,
well
isn't it? Just
The well
taxed.
Except
I think we need to start earning bigger scores because suddenly 6 coin doesn't feel like it's going to go that far.
Yeah.
Especially when we had to pay some coin to hire our fellow.
Or you get into tax-free, like stocks and shares.
Move to Malta.
Like buy 6 properties. You move to Malta.
Yes.
Yeah, literally, it's basically nice Duskvol
That's true.
floating.
okay.
But
So,
sunny.
so you want me to just take out 2 coins straight away now, then just get it done with it?
Yeah, that's fine.
That's brutal.
Thank you very much. Thank you, lads. Says Bazo.
welcome. Yeah, welcome. Right, when are we murdering them again?
War of the Crows is back on season 3.
We'll be our own bosses, guys. Come on.
So heat.
Yes.
Should have been a pretty heatless score.
Yeah, I don't think it was smooth and quiet, low exposure, 0 heat. But I would say it's 2 heat contained.
Okay. We didn't kill anyone, did we?
You didn't kill anyone. There was no high profile or well connected target.
Right.
You weren't on hostile turf. You're in Crow's Foot. And no killings. And you're not at war with anyone, so just 2 heat.
Okay.
Wow. Probably the least heat from any score we've ever done.
Yeah.
I know.
Good job.
Yeah.
I really feel like the season should just be like, we're doing it the wrong way around.
Hold up.
Yeah.
Hold up.
I
We
will
got our
not.
stuff. Cover operation. -2 heat per score.
It's not per score. What is it?
That's
What it
literally
says.
what it says.
Oh god, it does say that. I thought it was that tier roll.
Yes. Come on,
I mean,
Mikey.
It seems pretty OP, but that's what it says.
No, I mean it's what it says.
It's the tier roll. Heat equals coin and downtime. Oh wait, what? Oh wait, what's
Yes,
that?
and so that means
We want
that
to come on keep our heat.
with 0 heat, we should just earn. I don't know what tier roll means.
Yeah, what's that
It's
about?
1 dice. I'll per your tier. So what? You roll 1 dice because you're tier 1.
1 dice minus I. Oh, so right, so we can get. Okay,
So
great.
we
No,
get
perfect.
1d6 coin basically because we have no heat.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Shall I roll that then?
Oh, ha.
I
I'm
don't
doing
like
it.
your weight. I don't like your weighted dice.
Fucking knew it.
You.
I
That's
think
it.
one of us should roll.
Fucking knew it.
Curse.
Let me
The
just
one
try.
time, the one time we've ever had no heat, it would do this.
And that'll be the last time it ever happens. That's
Yeah,
out.
No, we just
roll.
means we
Yeah.
have to keep no heat for next time.
It'll be a 6 next time, but we'll have generated 6 heat. That's how this goes.
Well, it's nice to know we can always
Responsible.
wipe out 2 heat. It means we can be a little more if we need to be.
A bit more naughty.
Oh, that was such an annoying roll.
Well, it's when you kill as well, it gives you 2 more heat automatically. So just not killing will help us a lot.
Yeah. To be fair, we did roll pretty damn well that last
Yeah.
score. We rolled a bit of a
Well,
Bum roll.
give yourself an extra coin then.
wicked. No, looking good though. I mean, that's great to come away. I mean, essentially, though, yeah, we come away with just 1 coin for nothing. So that is,
Yeah,
Can't-
that's your
can't-
vice den.
can't-
That's your turf paying off.
Did we mean to synergize those 2, or did I just totally miss that when we chose them?
I feel like we were petrified of our state of being wanted level 3 and realizing that perhaps we had gone a bit large. I thought we'd do something about it.
Brilliant. Okay, cool, lovely. Okay, then the XP.
Entanglements.
Oh gosh, sorry. Of course, yes. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Oh, I don't think so.
So you're at 0 heat, which helps.
Does help.
Roll a number of dice equal to their wanted level, which is
1.
1.
Thank you, Lawrie.
Yes. Thank you for your oil service.
For your sacrifice.
Pleasure. My pleasure.
4. Rival or unquiet dead. As usual.
Is it better than Quiet Dead?
I don't even. Do we have a? There is still a clock for that.
Where is the clock there? Very
So
quiet.
So I'm gonna tick that clock down.
It's always that though. What's rival? Can we not have rival? Bit of a change of pace.
I think it's quite good being one of you being possessed by a unquiet dead. It's quite a useful thing. Rival, a neutral faction throws their weight around. They threaten you, a friend, or a contact, or one of your vice purveyors. Forfeit a rep or a coin per tier of the rival, or stand up to them and lose 1 status with them.
No, that's fine. We can let Lawrie get possessed. That's fine, actually. I'm okay with that.
He's already possessed.
Sorry, yeah. No, not fully. Where did Lorenzo end up on the whole trying to reverse?
Yeah, I was going to ask the same question.
I feel like you've gone back and forth, Lawrie, on the whole. Because Dim Sister potentially, as an ally, kind of what we could work towards. So I feel like last time you didn't want to get rid of Bear.
Well, I think Lorenzo would want to get rid of it.
Okay.
But I think it was more like out of character. I was kind of wanting to roleplay that out. I think that possession would be quite fun. But
Well, you're running out of time.
yeah.
Yeah, and I think because this is an entanglement, I think this is gonna come out during the next scene. I think.
Okay.
I feel like Bear's possession is gonna Lorenzo's gonna struggle with it at an inopportune moment.
Seems fair.
Yeah. I mean, I was kind of planning to have that happen anyway. I was gonna have it like and we could wrestle with it. But yeah. I mean, sorry.
I was going to say we move on to XP, but what were you going to say?
No, go on.
All right.
Right.
Let's go first.
Yeah. Well, what about crew XP?
We can do crew XP first.
Sure. We're on the page. I don't think it's terribly exciting. We executed a successful smuggling source. So that's 1 XP. I don't think we nailed much else. We didn't really contend with challenge by our station. Didn't really bolster our reputation or develop a new one. Didn't express our goals, drives, and conflict or essential nature of the crew. Sorry, yes, please.
Did we acquire a new client?
Kind of. I'm not sure that really counts. It says, yeah. Yeah, I mean,
I would say that the 1 XP for that is the new talent, because I don't think this wasn't a smuggling. This was a thievery. You weren't transporting something. You were.
We'll transport it back. The whole part was getting it in the crates and making sure it was all ready and getting it right and getting it ready, and off we go. It's more, I would say, we didn't really acquire a new client. We met someone who could be a client. Would be more my.
Yeah, I think smuggling is getting something from A to B. That must be like hidden.
Well, we did do that, but either way, it's one. I think it's one. The only thing I would say, and I don't think it counts. Obviously, we kind of, as a group, we did decide we don't want to be murdery and killy anymore, and we decided not to, and we chose to all follow that, and we did together all execute the plan of not being murdery and barbaric. So I thought there's something in expressing the goals, drives, and a conflict or essential nature of the crew in that, and that was kind of a dynamic shift for us, this heist. We did, decide to change the way we do things, and did it.
Yeah. Anyone else's thoughts on that?
I feel like we did it, but we didn't really express it.
Yeah, but wouldn't that be weird if we went around saying, like, remember everyone, we said don't kill it? I feel like
yes, but that is sort of the point, though, isn't it?
I feel like expressing when you have to literally say it. I mean, your actions are.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
So it's a bit of a hard one to do. How do you express beating someone up less lethally?
Well, like we did.
Express it through our actions, I suppose.
That's my take. I think it'd be very weird and very unnatural to be walking around saying, "Aha, we have decided no more killing."
Yeah, I mean, if you apply the same logic to your character level ups, though, again, like expressing your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background is like, I kicked the shit out of that guy because of my beliefs. So I want the XP, but we are continuously not expressing our beliefs as a crew, and so I feel like we can't have the reward for continuing to not do the thing. What we should be doing instead is trying to do the thing.
We need to get there because we still I think we still have the
I need to post it on my screen when we're playing, saying "Express your motherfucking beliefs, bro."
So
it's the only thing that is absolutely not settling in to my brain to do.
So our crew reputation is scary. So if we're being scary during a heist, is that expressing the?
I think so. Yeah, I think we did say we were gonna be more like daubing the walls with marks and leaving our trying to Batman it up, which we didn't do. So that certainly would have been something done. That's kind of a nature. The goals, any goal we've set on is all make money, which is pretty basic, but that's kind of an whole heist. In a conflict. So we're not expressing a conflict. I guess that's just more good. It's more a reward for doing good RP, I guess, if there was some clash.
Yeah, I think this XP is always gonna reward role playing or like a self-enforced flaw.
Yeah.
Essentially, because it's saying, hey, you did this. You did game the system to make it as easy as possible, so that's worth rewarding. You did something cool and thematic or dramatic.
Yeah, but it's so hard to think of that in a crew. Like again, I was thinking say, what would we have to do to say again we're going this whole we want to be fear inspiring, Batman-esque kind of thing. How do we all do that? Do we all just right? We all stop and we all collectively get our bucket of paint and we all together. Like, what if one of us was to like, I don't know, Zorro up and like, I'll cut our mark into someone's cheek. Does that count if one of us does it? We all need to be like, what's the? Yeah, it's a tricky one. I
think if one person did it, then that's fine.
I think one person trying to do it would be a start.
Yeah, that would be certainly at least inspiring.
Maybe I actually will get posted for this.
I think yes, have a post-it which is just like swear to me, just on the.
Where are you?
Yeah. Silas is calling Cardi's dead bodies.
None of us, not none of us, but most of us aren't that threatening. That's a problem as well.
Are we going to end up with building Saffron a skull throw? Is that the direction we're heading?
I think so. Just wheel him in, and it's like just that scary enough. Like Mad Max flame.
Or a jar of spirits on the back.
Yep. I'm into it.
All right. Yeah. Well, I think it's
skull wheelchair.
I would be generous and give you one for bolstering your crew reputation or developing a new one, since it was such a successful smash and grab, and you like thoroughly humiliated Flint. So everyone will probably know that the Damned Emporium properly mugged off old Flinty.
Yeah,
and he's been spitting feathers ever since.
Yeah, fuck that
very
guy.
well. Go very well.
On reflection, I think I should have killed him. But
didn't get the XP not to. So yeah. No, I think it was.
No, it was more for Silas personally. His personal his trauma that keeps not being referenced or used in any way.
What's that? Sorry.
Because thinking back, I was like, the whole point of him taking the obsessed trauma is like that he might get caught up in his version of justice and the law of the streets or whatever, and that could be inconvenient. And it just at the time it felt like I don't want to fuck up this smooth operation.
But he wasn't like a bad guy. It's not like he was like the chemicals into something heinous. He was just
he was a soul slave trader basically. Selling the captured essences of human beings in a city where souls are problematic and complicated and incredibly precious. So I think that he was probably a bad guy.
Not a bad guy.
And is.
How did we leave him? Just like tied up in a corner, or just with a little bonk on head?
He was standstill poisoned.
Yes, that was quite humiliating.
Our favourite way to leave for someone paralysed at seeing the crime.
Yeah, as we just walk out with all of his stuff. Yeah, that's kind of. I did like that.
All right, cool. Well, okay. Well, that levels us up. Actually, the crew advancements. That gets us a special ability.
Yes, you got a special ability or 2 dots in your crew upgrades section.
Ooh. Okay.
In the big square. No, not in the big squares.
Right at the big square. Where you've got vehicles and workshop and all this.
Oh, yeah, I've not done that much. What is all that?
I'm gonna pull up what the upgrades are.
So you can tick off 2 boxes with an upgrade.
You can get a vault.
You can get the vault.
We
do need some vault, don't we?
Because we're about to get money that's going to have to go in the old the stash that we can't get back without losing money, right? Right, Ollie. If you don't have the vault, right? It goes in the. It goes away, and we have to extract it. Or is the vault? Is that what the vault is?
If it goes in your stashes, yeah, you only get half of it back. But the vault is your
It's boring, but it's got to be vault.
Is your current account.
It also says that a separate part of your vault can be used as a holding cell.
Oh, cool.
So,
and since we're not likely to actually end up with much money in the vault, it'll probably be free.
Oh, plenty of space.
It's like a wishful thinking vault. It's like, I don't know. It's like buying clothes that don't quite fit you. There'll be some money in here soon.
You know what? What we could do is smuggle someone into the vault and then smuggle them out in exchange for money, i.e. ransom.
I like it. Where are you seeing these descriptions, Lawrie? What's about
If you click the arrow next to the name of the thing,
so your lair has locks. Your lair has locks, alarms, and traps to thwart intruders. A second upgrade improves the defenses to include arcane measures or against spirits. That's kind of cool. But
so we can have 1 pip of vault and perhaps
oh
something
yes, what's division 1 and 2? Your secret.
Wow, that is hard to read on the sheet. I think I may go to the book.
So we don't. Well, you can expand it a bit. You can expand it.
We could get +1 quality for weapons though. Or something other gear.
Silas
you're right. We don't need to put 2 into. One. I think 1 into vault definitely.
Yeah.
Should we agree? I think we need at least 1 vault, right?
You know how we had
a bit of a debate about what pulls vehicles in this universe. I'm just looking at the crew upgrade section. You can get a carriage house. You have a carriage, and 2 goats pull it.
I was going to say, I think it is goats because one of the random locations you can have is like a goat stable.
Wow.
Hardy industrial goats.
And we feed them mushrooms, I presume.
And porridge. Mushroom porridge.
Yeah, goats eat anything. It's fine.
So it was either an ability or 2 pips.
Correct. And don't forget you can choose them from different playbooks.
And when you're saying ability, is this the crew upgrades?
Special abilities.
Yeah, well, we might as well have a little look.
Special abilities.
Oh, on the left, I see.
The vault is a practical and useful upgrade, but also, I like stuff.
Well, Silas, I've got a proposition for you. You might like. So we could take a special ability, take veteran, and then there's another one in another playbook where you can eliminate any heat from killing.
I'm certainly interested.
We've already got like a
shadows one.
We've already got a heat down.
Silas the Shadow.
But I think that's really boring.
I think I agree. Just like passive benefit, like we've already got a chunk of that.
I mean, you could.
But also, again, I'm keen for any upgrades we take to make sense thematically.
I think
like development of.
What about Ghost Passage? All crew members become immune to possession by spirits.
Pretty cool.
But may choose to carry a second ghost as a passenger within their body.
Oh.
Sounds like...
Hey, we could get some elite thugs.
Thuggos.
What else? So what documents?
I don't think we want any cult benefit.
Just passing through, take -1 heat during downtime. When your heat is 4 or less, you get +1 dice to deceive people, and you pass yourself off as ordinary citizens.
We don't do that often there. I'm thinking practically we've got.
You could start just doing deceptions because you never seem to know what type of score to do, type of plan.
I guess that would help us quite a lot in looking. I say looking in trouble. That would help us a lot in gathering information.
There's quite a cool one in Hawkers. One carried item is concealed and has no load. For example, you could carry a load of drugs or a weapon perfectly concealed for 0 load. That's kind of smugly and versatile and doesn't not make sense and is like an active thing to do.
Yeah. We'd always forget about it every single heist though.
Speak for yourself.
I do. I think thematically, we literally came back to the season saying we need to start making money. I do think it's important. I do think we need to invest in the vault because we're about to get a big chunk of it. We'll lose half of it. We have to put it all in the stash, and then it's gonna be gone. We need to at least have our. And if we want to upgrade again when we get next year, it's going to be pricey. We need this money, and it was our ambition. I think it makes sense thematically and practically, even if it's a little boring maybe. But why don't we do a silly report one and try and do one of the other ones a bit more fun than one of the other tips we can get in there.
Yeah.
Get our weapons up. +1 quality for demolition tool and tinkering tools. Oh, sounds good to me. That's quite funny for a whole. It's weird that they'd have these pips for the whole gang because that's quite a big investment, and surely everyone has kind of got different kinds of gear. So it's really kind of splitting, like, giving tinkering gear. It's like, well, that's really only there.
This is cool from the Assassin's Playbook. Patron, when you advance your tier, it costs half the coin.
I was just going to suggest that. I just read
Who is your patron and why do they help you?
Okay. Can the dim assistants be patrons?
I'd imagine it probably
Secret
like
stash.
Probably like a Skurlock figure or someone like that, right?
Yes.
Someone with a lot of moolah.
I feel like we'd sort of have to get a patron. Then, but I suppose we could take the upgrade, and when the time came, by then we could have built into the.
Or that could be the next heist, right?
We do want to go to Skurlock, man.
Patron.
Can we?
Do we want to seek a patron? Do we want a patron as a crew?
If we want this bonus, which again,
that's not what I asked.
It could help us secure bigger smuggling contract, which would mean more coin.
That's a more compelling argument than, but I want it.
Yeah.
Well, shut
up.
Remind me again of the tier system and how much that will cost up upgrade next time before it goes to tier 2.
It's expensive.
16 coin. It's 2.
Oh, that's just fucking bollocks.
2 times 8.
Expensive.
Well, the tier times 8.
And then tier 3 is going to be even more, and then 4 even more. So.
You're saying with this bill it halves that?
Yeah.
Okay, and that is,
But then obviously this is going to be our key shareholder, I imagine.
Yeah. What's the downside?
We have a key shareholder.
Yeah.
Well, well, it's hard to say in a practice. It would be whatever we think is interesting and cool, but it would be like you being the what's it called in Total War when you
agent.
No, when you defeat another nation, like a puppet, a vassal, yeah. But you know, an independent vassal, kind of what you guys were like when you were allied with the Lampblacks in the War of the Crows.
Yeah, basically, like it's going to be largely to our benefit, but every now and then they might be like, you have to do this thing because I give you money. Yeah.
It's like working for Sega.
Yeah.
Oh, disgusting.
They're like it's a pandemic now. We're getting no money from our casinos and our gachapons. Give us all the money.
I like the idea out of character, definitely. Because it's just I don't know, it creates potential tension and story things, and I quite like it mechanically as well.
My thinking is with Skurlock I like it because we're kind of confrontational, but we like each other, but it's kind of a bit whatever. I was thinking his manor in the Deathlands, is it? I mean, I was thinking Cougar should go and help recover it. Is it overrun by spirits, or is he still in control of it? Because that could be quite a fun, quote-unquote, heist / thing to do to help him win him over on our side. But I don't know kind of what the deal with his mansion is, if it is.
I don't think anyone... I think it was... I wasn't supposed to tell you about it, but it's supposed to be like a secret hideout. So no one really knows. It's maybe like a rumor that he's been spotted in this old manor surrounded by spirits.
I like the idea of picking that as a thing, and then that being a heist, an operation to win him over, or at least kind of lock that in place. Seems quite fun. But
what are like the leading families of Duskvol as a patron? Because they obviously run the or have strong ties to the oil, the Leviathan oil.
Yeah, the Leviathan hunters families. Yeah.
That could lead to what you wanted before Saffron, which was to smuggle Leviathan oil.
Or money.
Well, I was thinking maybe again it'd be good if Friedrich was here, but the Circle of Flame contain quite a few people who have like famous surnames, famous family names, and you've just met one of them. She's not like a famous family name, but
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Yes, let's bequeath ourselves to the shadowy, secret, religious organization
Society.
that sort of runs the city. Possibly, nobody knows.
Who
I say that
Friedrich's
sarcastically, but I actually quite like it.
who Friedrich's determined to dick over now because he. What did he do at the end of season 1? He basically lied to them, right? He told them that he would get the scarab, but not give it over or something.
Yes, something like that. When he whipped out his magical gloves.
Yep, that's right. That's right. Yes.
Ah, my lie-proof gloves.
Yeah,
These in my pocket.
It seems weird taking an ability where we don't have payoff for it, but also it is cool and useful.
I feel like we could. I think it's quite a fun idea to do it and then make it fit.
And you'd also be able to upgrade to tier 2
this year.
Yeah,
quite quickly. As soon as you have the
which
rep.
Is which we need, and the rep
specifically
we're pretty close. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. I think. At the end of the day, what I was proposing was practical with the vault to get money, but this is the same, right? We can afford 8 coin between our personal coin.
Yeah.
Do and we're there. So.
And then we'll get.
Especially since our heist in season 1 weren't that grossing, you know, it's probably a good idea to be a bit, economic.
I do just think about. We are going to get lots of money, and then suddenly it's going to have to go in this blooming stash. Then again, that's also kind of the point.
But then we also have our own personal goals to stash money, not for temporary storage, but for actual permanent use.
And you can use coin to buy like anything, really, right? More or less.
And I do feel like we should be tier 2. You know what I mean? It just feels right.
Yeah. Well, we've been behaving like a tier 2 organization since day 1, so it'd be nice to finally have the badge.
Day 1 of this year. Okay,
fake it till you make it, right?
Let's do it. It's cool. It's off the track. It's a new. That's kind of fun. Right. So we're gonna choose veteran, and that's gonna be what's the ability called?
Patron. It's actually on a few different sheets actually.
Patron. I'll be able to find it in here. Yes.
I can screenshot it and put it in the chat.
Looks like it's only you can only take veteran twice as well, by the looks of it. It's only 2 dots.
Oh, where are you seeing 2 dots? I was only going to take it once. Why would you take it twice? It seems like it's only take it once, then it's done, right? Oh, can we take it more than once? It's literally.
Yeah, I think you can take it more than once.
We don't need to add veteran, do we? It's already there at the bottom.
Yeah, I'm just writing in. I'm writing in patron.
Oh, I see. Nice.
Oh wait, who is your patron? Why did help you? Okay. Well,
so that was a good level up.
Yeah.
For the crew.
Cool. Okay.
Right. Well, let's do some.
Let's go tier 2, boys.
Right. I think like I said, by the end of the next score, we should be able to do it, right? Because we're likely to get 3 rep and. We've got enough coin.
And then we can start paying an extra coin to the Lampblacks.
Exactly.
Fine. It's fine. Don't think about it.
We might need to deal with this Lampblack problem.
We might need to just start doing even more profit. That was a good little, let's get going score.
Yes, I think so. Let's get us reset the wheels on the track.
Build the old confidence up after a break.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Cool. Individual. Yes, then.
Yes.
I think mine's pretty easy. I've just got 2 desperate actions and 20 cost him.
Yeah, you did that at the end of the last session, didn't you? And then
I think I did it right. Which looks about right. I'm trying to think, that's not quite enough. I only have 3 of. Did I get these?
And you're not falling asleep in the sessions anymore as well. You've been too much of a gamer, too much of a pro gamer now.
What do you mean?
You're taking it too seriously, so you're not like, and I fall asleep.
To be fair, he's also got assisted movement now, so that definitely helps with the
Makes him more sleepy.
Yeah, it's not a very comfy wheelchair. I mean, it's hard. It's hard. Rickety metal. It's not comfy. It's not padded, is it? Oh, that's the next research. Padding.
When he's falling asleep, he just activates the nitrous.
Saffron's going to invent memory foam. It's my next big invention.
All right, so just the 2 XP for you on the old attributes, was it?
1.
Anyone else get any XP?
I got 1 desperate action. And solved a series of problems using violence. Well, actually, no. I would say 2 problems using violence. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to count subduing a woman behind a counter. While it was not violent, mm-hmm. I think we'll only really count the gaining entry to the score and the much more exciting running under cover of Lorenzo's soul bullets to break everyone's knees.
Mm-hmm.
Although it's a bit of a weird one because the phrasing is strange. I guess maybe it's a problem of starting to use arcane weapons, but I did start the score off by using my silence potion. It's a weird one. If I used a smoke bomb, I could have called that technical skill or mayhem, but because I used a silence potion, it doesn't seem to count. So that's interesting.
Yeah.
That sounds like technical skill to me because you're still using a potion, right? Which you're...
Yeah, and I think it's a fair trade-off because that thing is I've only got one. I've got to craft a whole new one of those, so it's quite a big sacrifice thing.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Okay,
although I would say technical skill is
it's that's what I mean. It's weird, right? Yeah, that's what I mean. It's so I think be penalised by using arcane stuff, and I should probably stick to using more. You know what I mean? It feels weird to limit myself. It's interesting. I just have to craft it.
I suppose if you were like, I'm gonna rig it to this doorway, so when it opens, it breaks and all this, like that would be technical skill.
Okay, worth thinking about then. But yeah, all right. I'll noted for the future.
Noted.
Tinker it into a grenade and throw it.
Yes.
Not a silent grenade. And just to fill as the record, I'm gonna put one of those playbook XPs into my prowess.
Oh.
And that'll get me another prowess pip, not another point in skirmish. I am aware I can't, and also you'd be pleased to know, even if I could, because don't think you'd be very happy if I was rocking up to every fight with 6 dice.
You can't solve every score with violence, I'm pretty sure.
Exactly, and that's why it's going into prowl instead, because that seems generally quite useful when not taking the direct approach. Mm-hmm. Silas is hoping to build up some other skills. He's already learned all there is to know about fighting.
Well, still like 1 pip left. Who's going to teach you that last pip? It'd be like in Critical Role Amazon series where Grog learns from that big guy. I can't remember what happened, but he was a very good fighter, and then he learned to be an even better fighter because he went Super Saiyan, essentially.
Yes, I recall.
All right, Lorenzo, Vincetti.
Just of learning something other than punching. I have 1 training downtime activity figured out.
I remember what I did. Yes, that was my 2 pips are in the ability, so I did my 2 pips to prowess. That's why I was surprised. I could forget my advancement was so low. It's because obviously I advanced my abilities, and then 1 extra pip for that. So that makes sense.
Nice.
It's my new DN score from Wang that I'll never ever stick in my head. They're different things every time. You have to level up. They're in the same box. It's always confusing. You either go to that box to do your XP and there's little pips there, but you have to go back to your abilities to level up. Right,
Lorenzo, you addressed a challenge with violence, I believe.
Sorry, Discord's cutting out for me quite a bit.
Yeah, I'm getting a bit of something.
Oh. So you're doing your XP. You addressed a challenge with violence?
Yeah, I mean, fairly sure I did, at least once.
Yeah, you and Silas took down those thugs.
I assisted Silas, but does that count?
I think you were part of the fight. I think it counts.
Yeah.
Shot someone.
At least twice. But you only get 1 XP from that, right? Can't get more than. Oh no, the cap's at 2, right?
Yes, but it'd be the same challenge.
Let's see.
Did you get anything else?
I think that's it for this one.
Okay.
Get more next stat.
Maybe we should put a sticker under the scores where we remind ourselves if we're wounded. We can also remind ourselves to play our
That
traits.
is absolutely bizarre that you just said that, because I was literally just about to suggest it. I was just going to suggest that you put a yellow box that says "Express your beliefs" on for us.
Where did you put the other?
Huh? Move you to the on the score tab.
This score's cutting out again.
Yeah.
Has all jump.
Was it beliefs, heritage?
Back in. If that makes a difference.
Hello.
Hello. Beliefs,
It's cutting out for everybody.
beliefs, heritage, goals in a conflict.
God's sake. Goals in a conflict. Trauma. Background. Nice.
Very nice.
There you go.
Wounded.
I think everyone cut out for me there as well.
Yeah.
Goddamn Discord. Going down the drain.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been having troubles with it throughout the last week.
We should just move back to Roll20 audio, we like the going full circle.
Unrelated, no. I have to find the new RPG group.
Good luck.
I'll stay.
What do you do? We've got done at Element Games on a Thursday and make a beeline for the nearest bearded person.
Firstly, no, God, no, hell no. Secondly, I actually have been asked to run. I was asked, would I run a D&D campaign for some new starters? And I said, I will run an intro session for you, but no more. I just no.
For new starters as well, like it's like part of the induction.
One guy's kind of been interested in it, gotten into it, and he's really, really keen to try it out. You know, he started watching, probably Thingamabob, and a couple of people were interested. I was like, look, that's all I'm committing to. I will basically spend a day of my life teaching you how to play and running a micro adventure. And
so he's going to expect the full Matt Mercer experience.
Yeah, when he said he's been watching Critical Role, I was like, oh no, that's his expectations are going to be up here. Oh well.
It goes both ways, right? Though, because they're all professional actors. So, sorry.
Yes, indeed.
You're gonna have
yes,
to bring out the
of
whole
course,
crew, Milo.
If they expect Matt Mercer from me, I shall have to expect Laura Bailey from them.
Oh yeah. Don't settle for anything less.
Words to live by.
Where are we? We've done XP. We've done everything.
Sorry, that was the aside. That means I have to quickly relearn D&D.
Yeah. I mean, that's yeah.
I know.
It's
punishment enough.
I was actually playing Baldur's Gate recently, and the combat's putting me off. This is D&D combat.
Yeah, but it's 700 times faster than playing with people.
Yeah, but it's still just roll a dice to do 1 damage. Ah, shit.
Yes. Or the worst thing, nothing happens.
Yeah, you miss.
The worst the outcome that should never exist in a role-playing game. But alas, we digress. Save it for the podcast. Okay.
Yep.
I think there's apparently there's 2 types of role-playing people on Twitter, and it's people who hate D&D and are like the indie game stans, and then like the 5e apologists. Like, come on, guys! Like, we should just go where the crowd is. We should go where the players are. So, cool. Well, downtime then, or would you like to collect your gold coin? Your coin.
Let's do it.
Coin gold.
So we've got to split up it because I've only got
all
1.
4 of it.
Well, no. Well, I took the 2 off already. I took the 2 from our stash. We've still got 6 to be distributed between us.
But who are you getting it from?
Oh, good point. Well, I think how time sensitive are we in here? Do we feel like we have time? I mean, I guess Dionysus is only come out.
I think well, if we're seeking these sacred flame, undying flame people as our patron, then getting in with them now would be good.
The undying flame.
I think it's a bit soon to be. We only just met one person, but we jump in bed with the first cult we meet. You know, we've got to vet all our cults first. You know, we can't just.
Well, maybe they can take us out for dinner a bit, get to know us, and then.
That'd be nice, but we're a week with the whole farm away before even, what are you saying? We had numbers. Is that what kids do these days? I don't know.
Well, they certainly don't go out for client lunches.
Do you not?
That's for sure.
Does anyone do that anymore?
Not in this climate.
No, this cost of living crisis. Well, look, so we should at least say that Friedrich, or at least Friedrich and someone else goes to see her, to talk to her about this, how much it offers, and everything else. Because, we got to know what's on the table before we turn it down.
Yeah, I think that would be wise. Just at least to make the meeting.
We have downtime now, right? So we can do free time, so we can do all kinds of.
It'd be rude not to.
Yes. Okay, that happens.
Well, I think. Well, we can do that, but technically it's payoff, downtime, then free time.
Let's go get our payoff.
Cut out a bit for me there, but
yeah,
it sounds like you're going to the Dimmer Sisters.
Yeah, I'm almost also intrigued to find out what the new Madame has to say, but I would imagine that we're going straight from the score, more or less, to get rid of these boxes full of souls and get our money from the people who we'd agree to deal with. And it may take a little bit of time to find and meet new contact anyway, so...
What's then, Lorenzo?
It doesn't make sense to go and see the new contact first, see what they're offering, and then go back if they're offering less.
I'm planning on walking around the city with this backpack full of souls for the next week, Lorenzo.
Yeah, and I guess we should probably keep our word, you know. At the end of the day, running around among thieves.
I wouldn't describe us as thieves. We're merely rehoming these lost souls.
Exactly.
I think Arvus is there. I don't know where this is, but Arvus is still there for some reason. And he's like, you know what I would do? I would tell the Dimmer sisters you could only get one box. Then I would give the other box to this other lady. She seems quite fancy, quite fearsome. I reckon she'd probably pay a higher price.
Oh, was you looking for long-term employment? Certainly putting a good show on this little soiree.
Quite a shrewd businessman, isn't he?
I work part-time as a GMPC. Omniscient.
I've heard of your kind before. Cunning as a fox.
Well, I'm always available for work as easy and as lucrative as this. You'll feel free to call on me anytime.
Glad we brought you along. You seem to know your way around a unpleasant soul shop.
Oh yes, many of them in Duskvol, ready to be smashed and liberated. I would see all of the souls in this city that are trapped within those heinous bottles released and put to rest. Or at the very least, into the Deathlands with their own kind.
I think this is a stellar suggestion. What do you say, Lorenzo? Saffron? Why don't we split the score and make some new friends?
Yeah, indeed. I think it's a good suggestion.
Excellent, then you won't mind taking this backpack. I don't really want to be carrying any more souls around.
Lorenzo takes it, and Gus, noticing Lorenzo take it, kind of starts snarling. Olly, can you do me a fortune roll?
Yes. Although normally I get to decide when that happens.
Oh.
But no, tell me what are you thinking?
I'm thinking the possession's gonna play out a bit. I think the being so close to these spirits maybe making Bear a bit agitated or something. Maybe he wants to show his teeth a bit.
We can do a fortune roll for that. Oh, there's my 6.
Oh, gee, funny finding it there.
So that normally means a good thing happens. So whatever you were thinking, Lorenzo, maybe it's not as severe as you. It could have been.
Okay. I think you see Lorenzo kind of lose color in his face, and Gus already kind of nervous, seeing this change, noticing the change in his, maybe sniffing him, smelling it. He kind of starts snarling even more viciously, and then it kind of erupts into a lot of bark, and he's kind of gone from this very cute bloodhound into this ghostly Alsatian in a matter of seconds. And the color kind of floods back to Lorenzo's face, and you can see him kind of wash over again. And he's just trying to hold himself up now. What the fuck was that? He's kind of just like trying to come to terms with anything now. Probably like reaching out an arm for support or something.
Yeah, maybe the nearby electroplasmic lanterns flicker in and out, and the spirit bottles shake within the crates. And Harvest says, "Here. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you were carrying 2 spirits within your physical form. You better get that scene too. I'm available if you need.
Brings out a menu. And my wares as well.
Yeah.
For your anti-ghost needs.
I'll forward you my business rates.
My card.
Oh, what do you know? I have a rate card right here.
I've got a lovely little ghost shop in the Brecon Valleys.
Yes. I do YouTube editing on Monday to Wednesdays. £40 a video.
2-for-1 shorts. Yeah, okay. I think obviously it's just like Lorenzo feeling that Bear's like wanting to come out now because he's out of prison, wanting to take over. So he's starting to think, shit, maybe I should get this in too.
Nice.
So while we're at the dim assistants, probably we'll have a conversation with them about that further.
And Mikey's completely. I was waiting for Mikey, but he seems to have completely dropped off. So we shall proceed.
Is the internet gone as well?
Maybe.
He might have tried to open 2 tabs on his laptop.
Oh.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, risked Chrome. So you meet the domesticity, you meet your contact under the bridge by the canal, your usual meeting spot. And Saffron does the little lamplight signals that he's been taught.
Ooh.
And soon, I've forgotten her name, but he will remember. She glides down towards you with her dim assistant number 1. Glides down the foggy canal towards you with her lamp held aloft. And you've just brought the 1 crate, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
We agreed at the time, right?
Yeah. And I think probably a few blocks before you reach there, Arvis takes his leave. Says, "Oh no, 10 wild goats can drag me towards that mansion. Terrible things go on inside there."
That's terribly interesting. As a soul-hardened character such as you would be intimidated by a spooky house. What is it that's got you wanting to stay away?
Don't take this the wrong way, Mr. Templeton, but if you can glance into the ghost field like I can, then it wouldn't just be a spooky house. It'd be a center of horrors.
I think a little shiver runs up Silas' spine as he sort of realizes he hasn't really thought about it. And I think to mention it, I actually think I'd rather be elsewhere without boxes full of souls.
Lorenzo checks his watch. His stopwatch.
Nice warm ale is waiting for me somewhere else.
Silas, we got that meeting, right? Very important meeting we gotta go to suddenly.
Oh yes, would you look at the time? It's and he looks up. He goes, it's dusk. Yes, I'm sure we were supposed to be somewhere around dusk. Saffron, let's get in there. Lorenzo, I might just have to leave you to it, seeing as I believe you have business in there as well. Something about I'm sure they mentioned something when we were here the last time about you hadn't really mentioned it before. It just sort of hadn't come up. That you're possessed.
Right, yeah, that before I went in and did my time, I when we're on that ship, the Foghound ship, when I shot Bear in the face. After that day, I was hearing voices, that's for sure. And they kind of died down and stopped while I was in prison, and then suddenly they've risen again, so I thought I could beat it. I thought I could handle it myself,
I find myself concerned equally for your welfare as your lack of transparency, my friend Lorenzo.
Wait till you hear his backstory.
I do hope you'll get this little thing sorted out, won't you?
Yeah, I mean, it's either me or him, right?
But I know who I'd rather have with me.
A fearsome cockney.
Yeah. Bring on the bear! I was watching the bear just before this.
Nice.
Bear, bear, bear.
I think Lorenzo feeling touched because he's could fully take that as a compliment. Thinking you mean him. He kind of nods his cap and.
He does mean him. He just wanted to be happy.
Kind of, brushed himself up and.
Heart of gold, that Silas.
Kind of prepping himself to go in.
Right. Well, Saffron, what you missed was that you're on your way to. Did you hear? Arvis had the idea. Arvis, not me, had the idea that you give one crate to the Dimmer Sisters and then keep one crate to give to the Madame Tesselin.
Sure, I like that. Split the gains.
Yeah, Arvis, fucking this guy. Brilliant.
And then he said something about the Dimmer Sister mansion, which scared Silas and Lorenzo, like Scooby-Doo and Shaggy.
I like to think that Silas just tries not to think about it all. Like he's just like better off. Like he does. It's sort of, yes, it is a part of this world, they go grab some bottles and stuff, but he has just had to fight a ghost, and he's trying. He's not loving it.
Yeah,
it's like the iceberg. It's like the tip of the iceberg, right? We're just looking above what's above the water, and then there's all this horrible ghost shit we're just ignoring below the water.
Yep, pretty much.
What did you say that was so terrifying?
Well, you just have to.
I mean, he basically just said, "You wouldn't go in there if you knew what I know."
Yeah, or near it.
Big old ghost orgy.
So, were you discussing about your possession with the Dimmer Sisters or with Arvis?
Arvis.
Okay, so we've not made any moves yet, but no, it's a good idea. Although I guess depending on time, when I scurried off, so you were saying, Olly, that we kind of had to follow a list.
So we are. We technically are.
For us to commit to how we're selling, but we don't know how much we're going to get from Lady Tesselin, though.
I think we're probably going to get more. We kind of gauged from the
Arvis suspects more
than the Dimmer Sisters.
Arvis, but I think Arvis also recognises there could be further opportunity then.
With the circle of the burning, flaming fists of Aragorn's.
The unburnt hand, yeah.
The undying,
unburnt toast.
The unburnt toast. Hey, bread. They're the bread.
You can always toast it more, but you can never unburn it.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm game. Just as long as I remember we've got an extra bottle. Don't forget about the extra bottle. That's all I'm saying.
You keep that for you, Saffron.
Yeah, it'll come up.
Can I just unleash?
Look it on you.
I need to do some research on these things. Yeah, can you again just chuck it on the ground and just a ghost just go whoa and fuck someone up or?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, okay, so we are doing that after Dimmer Sisters, and what we just fob it up and lie and say, oh, that's all we can get. Is that kind of a?
Pretty much. That is what Arva suggested. Yeah.
Cool, and then they'll have to. So we're saying that's done, and we tell us how much we get, or do we have to RP the actual?
Well, we might have to RP it because it might, a bear might, and also, I don't know if Lorenzo wants to take them up on their offer of dispossessing him.
What was their offer again? Sorry.
They will get rid of the bear spirit for you.
Oh, okay. What's their terms though?
Don't know. You'll have to talk to them and find out.
They're probably going to keep the ghost, I imagine.
Exercise your demon, then get to keep your own demon.
Or your money back.
Yeah, can I just keep bear in a jar?
Yeah. Saffron's got a bottle. He can squeeze in another spirit.
Sure.
You'd be like God of War when you have the head on your belt.
Yeah, exactly.
Angry Cockney on your shoulder.
Right. So you're under the bridge. And Saffron, what's the name of your domestic to contact?
Control F.
That's a strange name.
Irrelevant. Control F. Brilliant. We do our flashing of lamps to call them to.
Yeah. What's her name? Sorry, one more time.
Irilyn.
That's the one. Yes. So she arrives and she sees the crate that you've put on the floor on the side of the canal.
Yeah, we did our best, and we managed to secure one crate of illicit spirits. We feel like it would be packed with the best spirits we could find. And if it helps, I've got a spare bottle if it can sweeten it. If not, it's one crate, and it was quite the effort to get it. So hopefully it will be of value or use to your arcade ways.
And how soon is this after the score?
Do we ever sleep? Do we have to factor actually go to sleep? Because surely we did it like middle of the night, right? I guess we'd go there straight away. Drop one crate off at the Emporium, the one over here. Well, yeah, nighttime, right? Yeah. So probably, and then we'd all hit the sack probably.
Okay, cool. So I'm just thinking, would she have like heard of the score happening by now? But since it's straight away, then she obviously wouldn't have expected to. And she says, "I was expecting more than one crate, but a deal is a deal, and here is your 3 coin."
We did try. Flynn was very pesky. He was summoning spirits at us and chasing us out. We did the very best we could for you, and we'll do more in the future, I'm sure.
And she says, "Perhaps give us a few days to verify the outcome of the score from Flint's side. We promised a bonus if he was suitably out of business."
Don't remember that, but my memory is not like to be. If it helps,
and in game too.
And in game too. Oh, thank you very much.
If it helps, we left him suitably humiliated, and we destroyed some things. Though, yes, I'm sure he's well dented in his effort.
He says, if Flint is still in business, then perhaps there is more partnerships that we can do to perhaps cease his business endeavors for good. We'd very much like to find out where he's getting these spirits from to make sure that they are not sold and traded.
I, for one, would have no problem with paying Mr. Flint another visit after the little bastard tried to drop a spirit on us. Quite get a chance to crush his scrawny little throat, but should that be of interest, I'm sure we could work something out in the future.
That would be most splendid.
Silas still had a ring in his hands. Get that stupid ghosty bastard.
The hatred that is generated from an NPC. Can never be expected.
Well, we're not nice guys. All we were trying to do is rob him, and he unleashed a spirit on us. What a prick!
Yeah, I know.
What's wrong with a good Robin?
Yeah. Let me think. I kind of want them to have like little, like, you know, like the creatures from Labyrinth. I just want like some cobbles to open up and then some little creatures to pull the crate. But I don't think that really fits the lore. So I think she perhaps just picks up the crate herself and turns to Lorenzo and says, "And Mr. Vincetti, would you be wanting to remove that spirit of yours anytime soon? It can be arranged."
I'd like to have a conversation and maybe explore how you're gonna do that exactly before going ahead with that procedure. If that'd be okay.
The ways of our rituals and mystic arts are a closely guarded secret. We cannot explain to you our methods, but we will remove this spirit for you. It'll be trapped inside a bottle. Unless, of course, you wish to become not a night walker, because everyone's a night walker. A damned soul.
All right.
All right.
All right. I think it's difficult because I think he just doesn't trust them to a point at the creepy witches, ghost witches.
You can say no.
Yeah, but then I feel like I'm lacking options to resort to rid this ghost, right? And it's only a matter of time.
That's true. Well, I think doing this score for them did get you the +1 with them.
Ooh, lovely. I'm a big fan of that. You need them on the scoreboard.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think how much they would charge for spirit removal.
1 bottle of spirit?
A soul for a soul.
Yeah, but isn't them keeping the spirit, isn't that the payment?
Yeah,
We said that last time.
I just suggest that. I don't know if that's wrong. I'm just saying.
Oh, okay.
Yes, but I don't think they would do it for gratis. I think they would still charge a couple of coin at least.
Are they that material? I guess we're gonna have to get quite more.
You know, mortgage not expensive, you know. Mansion upkeep. Got to trim your hedges.
Lorenzo's a truly horrid host who'd be already helping Bear out by getting him out of this body.
Yeah, but if you leave it too late, then it's Lorenzo's soul that goes bye-bye.
Can you really afford not to buy it?
Yeah. How much coin?
I think they say 2. But of course, negotiations are a thing.
Alright.
Favors for favors.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
You scratch my back, I'll Henry Hoover your soul out.
Let's go have a good purge, shall we?
What, so you agree to the 2 coin?
Yeah. No, I'm gonna ask if we can do a favor or something like that. Hey, maybe instead of just a straight up payment, maybe we can help you out in exchange for this exorcism. Maybe a few more ghosts, a few more spirits in jazz. Jazz.
John Lennon's here. Some spirits in jazz. So she says, I think she puts down the crate, holds out a black laced gloved hand, and says, swear that you will aid us in smuggling the spirits out to the Deathlands, and we shall remove the spirit from you.
Now, is this a point where I just have to say yes or no, or can I divulge for details?
You can, yeah. Well, I mean, you can.
Because this sounds like a deal with the devil, where the devil is in the detail.
So this is that special spider handshake thing.
Yeah. So Black Mark's gonna be.
And you don't have the special anti-ghost hand glove shake gloves, unfortunately.
What, from Friedrich's
from Timbuktu, no.
You not do a flashback that you nicked his flashback gloves? It was a joke. It was a joke.
I'm happy for you to clarify details if you wish, or we can or you know, we can just fill you in later. We can make up exactly what it means later.
Smuggling goods through the Deathlands. For how long? Is this like a 10-year contract? 1 year?
I think it would be just one score to do it. No, one
score.
Yeah.
Okay.
One score to take a couple of crates
to the Deathlands.
Out into the Deathlands, yeah.
Sounds fun and not dangerous at all. Let's do it.
Sounds fun, and doing so and having people know about it would potentially make us scarier as a crew. Because we're able to, you know, navigate the Deathlands. That's pretty badass. I'll be scared of guys that can do that.
If Arvis were here, he'd be rubbing his little hands together knowing he's got another payday coming up.
All right, I accept your terms. Now, please, get rid of this fella inside me.
Do you shake?
Yeah, I shake.
Okay.
Firm shake. No trembling.
Yeah. It's a little weird tingle and a whisper of spirits.
Great. So just getting rid of one voice and getting more.
Well, it's the ghostly agreement being locked in place, because if you
like
break it, what happens? Again, you suffer a wound, don't you, or something?
Yeah, it's like
a level 2 harm or something.
Yeah. Ghost burn or something like that.
Yeah. So you're being marked in the ghost field.
I think you get something worse as well. More specifically, it's just like a ghost contract.
Yeah. Right, nice. So you are led towards the mansion by Irilyn. At which point she insists that you are blindfolded before you go into the mansion to protect their secrets.
Is it just me entering, or is it everybody?
I think only you would be allowed to enter.
Jeez.
And as you go through into the house, and it is dead silent, apart from the creaking of floorboards.
Is Gus with me?
Maybe. I think so.
Okay.
I think he's quite happy here with the ghostly people. Yeah, and I think even though you're an expert tracker, I think even you are disorientated as you move through this house, and you are placed on this table, and then this ritual starts to happen. You hear several voices around you chanting, and you start to hear Bear's voice in your mind and taking over your mouth, shouting and screaming and swearing and, I will have this form, I will have it, you can't take it from me. And then he starts to plead with you. Say, we could be so strong, we could start our own gang, I could teach you all the things that I know. We could be rich.
So hard to say no to no feelings hitcher.
Oh boy.
You and me, take on the world. You flag.
A Nazi turtle. A freshwater fascist for all the family. If Alex was here, he'd love that reference. Yeah, the ritual, the chanting, it's louder and louder. You start to feel Bear's voice being more and more distant. Until at last you hear the curdling scream and twist and pulling, sucking noise as they get trapped into a spirit bottle. And I think you pass out. And when you wake up, you are back at the meeting point under the bridge.
Wow.
Setting off on a new life. Young and bear-free.
What have we all been down?
Wow.
Do we all kip by the river?
Did you guys wait, or you're like, oh, see ya, back at home?
Get back at the ranch.
Yeah.
What a horrible prank that was. Just drop me into the ghost house and leave me.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
You got punked.
Prank patrol.
Yeah, go on. I suppose Silas would have hung about. But only because he really wanted to find out who was coming back.
Yeah, I think it's 4 or 5 hours later.
That's quite a long time. We could
that changes things.
come back again, I think.
I think Silas has probably been to the pub since.
I don't think Saffron will be here. Although he's curious what's going on. He's become more and more fascinated by the arcane. I guess he would hang around. In the first hour or so, is there any flickering lights in the house, anything lighting up, or is it just completely not even nothing exciting happening?
Yeah,
because if in the first hour it's quiet, he leaves.
Maybe you think you hear a screaming noise.
Yeah, cool.
But that's the thing, right? The mansion, it just sits there, quiet as the grave, right? That's why it's so spooky. No one knows what's going on inside.
You hear a Cockney shriek.
You're not Cockney.
No, but Bear is.
Right. Okay, Bear. No, I don't really need Friedrich there to be the welcome party. Saffron is getting to bed. He's been up all night. Bless him. Bless his cotton socks.
Fine. Friedrich's been pickpocketing and stealing, getting numbers off ladies, the local ladies. And he's waiting for you. And you head back to the shop.
Can I make a change to that? I think feeling fresh. Lorenzo wants to hit the bar with Friedrich. That's what Friedrich does.
Yeah,
So
I think so.
He's a gregarious fella.
Do Lorenzo and Friedrich like to frequent the same sorts of drinking establishments?
What kind of establishment does he go to?
The answer is no.
Well, he's a bit less rough and tumble.
Yeah, he goes to the Saturnalia Club, which is where the Circle of Flame hang out.
Ew, the Circle of Flame.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I think Lorenzo just wants to, I think that's even better. Go somewhere a bit upper class, splash the coin a bit. I think he might even pay a coin to have a night out. And just have a really fucking good time with Friedrich.
I'm sure he can pay for it. He's stashes all of his coin.
Like a beagle.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, that would be a good opportunity for you to go and talk to Madame Tesselin again.
Yeah, okay. If you guys are doing that, Lorenzo's drinking and gambling.
But no, I'm saying it's where it would be at the Saturnalia Club, so that's where you are.
Okay. Yeah. Lorenzo's enjoying his what do you call it? Dice.
Gambling. Or maybe Silas and Saffron. Maybe you get a note from Friedrich, like, Lorenzo. Okay. On the lash. Come join. XX.
Yeah, I love that idea. That perhaps a little runner of Crow's Foot has turned up with a note, and Silas said to like, he only had a couple of pints. Now he's got to go home and try and figure out if he's got any clothes nice enough to go to the Saturnalia Club.
Yeah.
And so he goes and he looks through his wardrobe of all of his lovely, mostly black coats, and looks for the one with the least stabbing holes in it. Sure he can dust off a waistcoat that still fits.
Yeah. A waistcoat. Saffron what?
Still in bed. Spartan is a young man's game with partying.
You know when the Peaky Blinders go to the London club, and they're all really rough and they like,
yes.
blow the place up pretty much. Just said. Could be without the violent part, or maybe that does happen.
Oh, so you want to make an enemy of these people?
No. Just have a good time. But I imagine that's how our group, like, being the underdogs, being like the poorer gang, going into that high class place for a bit, rough around the edges. And I guess we kind of show that, right?
Yeah,
Friedrich.
Yeah, I think Friedrich is probably a bit reticent to bring you to his members club, but does so anyway to not to appear rude. So Silas, you turn up as well?
Yes, I think he turns up. He turns up.
All right.
He's not so rough. He can't face spending some time with the hoity-toity folk of the club.
All right. So what do you do whilst you're there? Drinking, have a nice time, obviously, but are you going to approach someone to sell this other crate?
Yes, now would be a great time to wheel out Friedrich. However, perhaps someone with a touch more charm should approach.
Lorenzo's playing dice at a table and drinking.
Okay.
In that case, Saffron, what do you say we
I'm in bed.
Oh wait, he didn't come. He didn't come. Sorry, I missed that bit. Is it Saffron?
It's got to be like 6 a.m. currently, right? We did the heist at like 2 a.m. Did the thing.
Yeah.
Fucking...
Yep.
This old man's got to rest his weary bones.
Man, got a shop and a wheelchair full of every drug in the land, but he can't stay awake till morning.
That's a good point. I think moves are more.
Probably used all of his stims during the score.
Yeah, exactly.
Now he's crashing.
To just not fall asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. A nice high energy thing. He's deserved. Let him rest. Let him rest. Poor little soul.
In that case, Silas will go and fetch himself a nice beverage. I assume that cocktails exist in this universe, or something approaching them.
Yep.
A nice wine, whatever, whatever is more of the done thing here than rocking up to the posh bar and being like, "I'll have an ale."
Yeah.
And he will, I guess, because Friedrich is for some reason nowhere to be seen. He will just start. I would say prowling the room, not prowling the room, and start looking for, because he did actually, I guess, come to face with the lady.
Yeah.
So he'll just go work in the room, looking around.
Yeah, I think Friedrich's hobnobbing away with other people that he knows, but I think he points you in the direction of where the seven kind of like to hang out. And you do see Madame Tesselin chatting to one of the other seven, Harvale Brogan, in a corner.
Sure, that's a name Silas would definitely know, and a face he'd recognise from this society.
I mean, he was one of the people who Friedrich spoke to.
Okay.
So the audience knows. Silas wouldn't know.
Yes. Alrighty. Well, Silas will make his approach. He walks over very slowly, taking several sips of his wine, trying to figure out what his opening pitch is supposed to be, and I think he probably gets there before he's figured it out. And I think he just kind of does that thing where you sort of just approach the conversation, and just expects to be invited in.
The work Christmas party. Ugh.
Exactly that.
I hate it.
I'm afraid, Olly, you've just ruined my whole evening. And he just says, good evening. Pleasure to meet you. My name is Silas Templeton.
Madame Tesselin turns to you and says, one of the daring thieves of Flint's soul boutique. Harvale, I was just explaining that I'd come from there, and there were this group of interesting types who came in and stole half of his stock. It was quite amusing. I was quite taken aback, but my business had been done, and I didn't expect to see you quite so soon, but I'm glad you've come to the right place. I presume you're here to sell me some of those souls.
You certainly do cut straight to the chase, my lady. Well, I am most pleased that our reputation for efficiency precedes us. But yes, we have come here not just to enjoy the fine wines, but to discuss business. We may have a surplus of souls, as you suggest.
Well, I should be interested to take them off your hands.
That's just most fortunate. I believe the going rate for a box of souls is What was that again? I believe it's 6 coin.
Oh. Give me a roll, please.
I don't want to.
That's very bold.
Howard.
Opening gambit. I don't want to roll, as I'm trying to train some social skills. Yeah, okay. It's right. This is how it goes. Silas doesn't know he's not very convincing.
You're trying to chat up the most influential woman in the bar.
He's riding high on the score, but I think his perhaps his casual demeanor, but is not quite covering his lack of experience in anything to do with what he's doing. It's just a shame he couldn't go in here, start being all nasty and violent, and have some dice to roll. But I suppose that's what happens when the story comes first.
I mean, we could have.
We could have done, yeah.
We can just start breaking up the place.
Yeah, we could. Right. Well, I'm gonna roll a sway then, I suppose. Which if I just check here, nope, still no pips. So, let's do it. The position.
Risky.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that.
This will be a limited effect.
What would a devil's bargain look like? Doesn't feel like the right time for a devil's bargain, does it?
What's the position actually on this run?
It's risky.
Risque.
You could trade position for effect. Get a desk.
I could, but I'd be rolling a desperate with disadvantage, which feels unwise.
Yeah, true. But XP.
That's true. I would get XP in Resolve, which I'm trying to train. That feels a bit like power gaming it. Or maybe it's on the line.
I mean, you would have a risk a desperate consequence. So
yes, the position being desperate, I don't think is wise. So I think we're just gonna roll with it, and I don't think I have any other ways to gain myself an extra dice. So it's gonna be fine, because even though the effect is limited, he's going to succeed.
Of course he is.
Lorenzo could assist if you get his attention or something. I mean, it feels too meta and powerful for Lorenzo to stop what he's doing, come over and be like, hello.
I sense a risky conversation happening.
I've got a sixth sense for these kind of things.
All right, I have a devil's bargain for you.
Ooh.
So you can get an extra dice, but she knows you're a companion of Friedrich, and she starts to ask. She wants to ask you about whether he actually intends to fulfill his end of the bargain with the scarab of Boppity Doppity.
That sounds kind of saucy.
And she would want the truth.
And nothing but the truth.
I don't know if Silas would know the truth, but he could give his most truthful answer in said situation.
I think in this instance you would have to basically we
would have to assume that
yeah.
Yeah, all right, let's do it. Let's do it because it sounds spicy. All right, let's have a bonus dice and really hope it succeeds. Hang on, I think I've lost everyone's sound. Are we back?
No, I'm here. I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Or maybe.
Sorry.
Okay, good. It was just you, wasn't it, Lawrie? Were you just muted?
Yeah.
You really threw me off there. Okay.
Gotcha.
Do we, in that case, do we want? No, I'm not doing Devil's Bargain and changing position for effects to make it desperate. I just feel like it's all too much. All right. Fuck.
Well, it's a 2.
That's affirmative. It's a 2.
So, hang on. Let me see what the examples are for a failed sway.
Yeah. If only we had someone who was good at that.
I'm not even. Lorenzo's not even good at sway anymore.
No one's bloody good at anything in this crew.
I think we found last time none of us have anything in sway, right?
I've got 1 point in sway.
But it's bedtime for Saffron.
No, it's cool. It's the game's about failure.
True.
Sort of.
Yeah, so I think she sort of fixes you with a look, laughs, not with mirth in her eyes, but like a very dry laugh, and says, "Well, that's quite an offensive starting position, I must say. It'll be the 3 coin for the crate, or you can take it back down to Crow's Foot and sell it to some other drunks."
Well, perhaps I misspoke. I'm not so well versed in the going rates. I must have simply mixed up the values. 3 coin, I believe it is. It seems a fair price to me.
Indeed, and thank you for the information on our mutual friend Friedrich. Very interesting to know that he planned to betray the Circle of Flame.
Well,
we shall prepare ourselves for that eventuality.
Well, Friedrich may be working towards his own personal goals, but I would like to give you an assurance that the Emporium is not Friedrich, and perhaps we could be more aligned on matters than it might currently appear. Especially since we have this blooming business relationship. Just struck. He looks around. I think he realizes he's not doing very well. Yes. Anyway, the wine is good here. Yes.
What else? Yeah, I think she's just not very impressed with you, Silas, after your failed roll. So she says, "Yes, well, if you could bring the crates to my words fail me. To a location that I own, my premises." Yes, that's right. And she gives you an address in Silvershaw. Because she is actually, you probably don't know this because she's so fancy, but she is actually the proprietor of a very fancy brothel in Silkshaw. She's a vice purveyor.
Interesting.
Yes. Maybe Friedrich knew this and frequented, but I doubt anyone else could have afforded to go. And that is that.
I wish you a very good evening. We shall make the delivery as swift as possible, and just sort of backs up.
So, yes, leave us.
He walks away. Maybe he bumps into Lorenzo. He's like, Silas, you're only good.
I was gonna say maybe towards the end of that negotiation, you hear Lorenzo just cheer as he wins a round of whatever poker he's playing or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I got you bastards.
I think Silas probably actually, upon hearing that, storms, not dramatically, but straight out of the fancy bar, and is like, "You need me? I'll be at the docks."
Yeah. Take 2 stress.
Yeah, he's like, "I'm going straight out to deal with this problem." So there's some kid in the docks who's going to lose his face because of this. Stupid Silas.
Yeah. Yeah, Lorenzo, maybe you hear a Harvale Brogan just being like, why do those people always insist on coming in here, trying to peddle out their wares to us? So ridiculous, although quite amusing, I must say.
Can I?
And Friedrich's in the corner. Ah, yes, of course. But
Can I do one final thing before we end this out?
Yes.
Lorenzo's just gonna after he's subdued his lust for his vice. He's gonna spend some time just chatting with people, trying to, telling them about the deeds of the Damned Emporium and kind of upping the name a bit, doing some PR. He's gonna consort with the poshos.
Okay, this will be limited effect as well because these are not your people. Well, you didn't do you didn't tell me what you wanted to actually achieve from this.
Just mitigate the damage. Just so they think that they don't look less of us. Or they're not as angry or whatever.
Yeah, I don't think they were that angry. I mean, it's like they know people chance their hand. But yeah, maybe you managed to chat to some people and share some of your gambling winnings and come off a bit better. But I think it's limited effect because they still know that you're not one of them.
Oh yeah.
Snobs is looking down on us.
Yeah. It's like when Tommy Shelby's like, they'll never let us become one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many times a session is Peaky Blinders genuinely relevant though? Because it's like it's the perfect explainer for most situations. There is a reference.
Yeah. It's literally in the first parts of the book. Yeah, it's like Touchstones, Peaky Blinders, The Wire, something else.
Yeah.
They even talk about having cutters in Peaky Blinders as well.
They do. Yes, and Crow's Foot, in particular, feels a very absolutely not the cut.
Yeah.
Come on, Arthur. Got to go down to Crow's Foot.
Yeah. Peaky Blinder, The Wire, Spartacus, particularly season 2.
What?
If you haven't seen Spartacus, you must.
And Narcos.
No,
I'm serious about Spartacus. Spartacus is one of those shows. You watch Black Sails, Olly?
Of course I watch Black Sails. It's like my favourite series of all time.
So it's got there's a bit of Black Sails. I forgot we've talked about this before actually.
I've seen Spartacus. Season 2 is like the flashback one, right? Where it's like,
oh, have you? Yeah. Oh, right. I thought you hadn't seen it because my pitch on Spartacus is like if you've seen Black Sails, a bit like Black Sails starts off and it's like tits and ships and whoring, and then by like season 5 it's like cutting political insight about the struggle. Spartacus is a little bit like that, where it starts off and it's like, hey, and then I think a surprisingly kind of heartfelt and serious story comes out of it. Mm-hmm. But also, quite a lot of naked people.
Yes,
that bit never changes.
Yeah, and good fights.
Nice. That's a good show. Good show.
All right. Well, we haven't even done downtime.
Pretty mega.
Yeah, nice. I don't know what I'm going to call this episode now. My plan of having like at least starting a score or ending a score per session meant I could have a name for it, but I feel like it's going to have to be like, I don't know.
I think you need like a session like this every now and then because it's like a free RP kind of thing where you need to tie up loose ends and whatnot.
I think this whole soul trafficking thing is becoming more of a thing, so Yeah, maybe it continues.
That might be our main new source of income.
Starting our voyage on the Sea of Souls.
The scary ghost traffickers. That could be our niche.
I think this episode should be called "We Can Never Be One of Them."
Yeah. Ivory Towers.
Ooh, there you go. Job's a good one.
Yep. And I'll superimpose Alex's face on like someone like a fancy person with like a ruff, being like, "Ooh."
Please. Please.
Wait.
I think Friedrich did the most this episode.
You did
He's
actually.
never done.
Yeah, he's gonna get loads of XP. And don't forget as well, you can mark your XP trackers for these sessions as well. It's not just stuff that happens in scores.
Oh yeah.
Who's going to be telling Alex that when he's back? That is Scarab. Oh dear.
Can it even not come up for a while in like 3 or 4 sessions? I will have completely forgotten, and you can reveal to him that Silas absolutely betrayed him for 0 gain.
Yeah.
What was it? Just for like 2 more coin or something?
Yeah.
Well, I did try to double the price, but he did. I was hoping that would be a starting point of negotiation.
Yeah.
But I guess that might have worked had he been more successful, and we might have ended up at like 4 coin or 5 coin.
Yeah. That would have happened on a success.
Yeah. I realise now that what he should have done
Flashback.
would have been do complete flashback. He actually did the complete opposite and offered it for cheaper because he was trying to strike up a new relationship. But I defaulted into I'm sure to go and do secretive missions for the secretive under society of the Unburned Toast.
Yes, you still have to pick a patron as well.
Yes.
Yeah. Before you get your bonuses.
You're absolutely right.
Yes, I feel like we need
more downtime.
So maybe, we need some downtime to sort of do that next week, maybe.
What about this? What if we each of our characters goes and tries to find their own patron, and then we kind of bid, or we fight for our own not fight, but say why we should go for our own patron, kind of.
Debate
find
class.
I go and find some master sailor or something who's made his wad trading, whatever. Be like, this guy should be our patron for X, Y, and Z, and each person does the same. I don't know. Suggestion.
They might. Yeah, there might have to be a faction. I'm not sure. Maybe it doesn't have to be.
Like a tier 3 or higher.
Yeah. Yeah, tier 3 or higher person at least. Yeah. All right. Well, next session we'll do downtime. We'll think about a patron, decide a patron, and what the next score will be.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Did we cut out?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
Yes, I was asking one more time. If we think that adding the making the score about the patron is actually worth it, or if it's just a bit putting it out of the hat.
That might be a thing.
I think that would be really cool because then we get to meet them as well.
Yeah, that would be really good.
Yeah, we've got several people who want to give you work at the minute, so it could be any of them or someone else, or do a score to get in touch with someone or get in front of someone.
Yes, a nice powerful faction who can maybe give us help with things in addition to demanding things of us.
Inspector Campbell.
Shall we just fully sell out to the inspectors?
I'll be very intrigued in buying your company of the Damned Emporium, lads.
The ambassadors on the blue coats.
Yeah.
Also the patron.
Yeah. Ted coin for 50% equity.
No, we're not selling out to the blue coats. We gotta go up. If we're gonna sell out, it's gonna be to the fucking military, isn't it?
Is it like we're gonna do like a Dragon's Den episode where we can...
Oh yes.
Ah.
I wanted to be reminded. We discussed
Duncan Bannatyne, the patron.
Definitely should. Remember we discussed about the Leviathan blood and the people who ruled that ruling class. Where did we get to on that? Like, who are they? Are they connected to this Burning Fist? You mentioned they were all like well-known, connected names. Is that quite a separate thing?
Yeah, they're quite high up. They're like tier 5.
The
Leviathan hunters, yeah.
They're not on this. They're not connected to the Burning Fist band.
Potentially, but not directly. Okay. These aren't the people who are doing the.
No,
these are the lower aristos. By comparison. Right. Well.
Objective. Anyway, cool.
Catch you guys next time.
Later.
All right.
Later.
Bye bye.